Welcome, podcast listeners. It is episode number 356 of the Fret Talk podcast. I recorded a reel today, and the amount of times that I've said 346 is unreal. Like, on these podcasts, generally, like, mouth flubbing free. I tend to be able to say words pretty decently. When recording,
you do sometimes struggle with the numbers at the start of the podcast, to be fair.
I do. It took me about 15 attempts to get a 20-second reel to a point where I was like, I'm okay with that going out. It weren't perfect, but it's like, I'm okay with this being out in the ether. So this is episode number 356. Not a Gibson number. We're not going to even mention that this week. It's the Fret Talk podcast. You're here with your host, Mr. BudgetPedalChap. Better at podcasts than I am at reels. That's like, I think it's just through sheer repetition, isn't it? Like, you put in your 10,000 hours.
Yeah.
We've got to be getting close to that.
Yeah, with all of the like Patreon episodes and all that other nonsense, I think we must be close to 10,000. Especially if you count the like hour beforehand and hour afterwards where we just sit and chat shit. It's definitely over 10,000 hours.
Yeah.
So we're experts at this now. Qualified experts.
We're definitely something. We've got hours under our belt. Let's just say, more so than I am at reels. Like I've done shed loads of YouTube videos. I'd like to say I'm getting decent at that. I've got a pattern down for that these days. I've got a sense of comfortableness around that. Like recording a reel, essentially the same thing. Completely.
But it's not the same as a no talk all tone, though, is it?
No.
Like the note, like your signature thing on YouTube is not doing the talking thing.
And thank fuck for that, because the amount of outtakes that I would have if I had to do the real YouTube thing all week, like every week, I would have probably given up by now. Like, put me in front of a guitar. I can play guitar. I can play things. I could play like a myriad of different things so that I'm not playing the same thing every week. Although, if you are a frequent listener, you will hear the same licks happening again and again and again. Like, I've only got a finite repertoire. I'm not like these famous guitarists who can, come up with things on the spot. Those talented ones. We talked about a couple of those on the page last week, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah. That like talented people need to get off their high horses and just accept that some of us will like good. Yeah, like I'll play some of the stuff that I remember how to play.
So it's all right, because for a teaser for anybody who's not on the Patreon, this week we're going to be talking about the like very talented guitarists according to a list.
Yeah. Like a couple of weeks back, we got very angry about a list on Patreon, and it feels like they're trying to bait us again, doesn't it? It feels like they've released another list to try and bait us.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all we're going to say on the matter on the main podcast. You'll have to listen to the Patreon to find out what it is and why.
Absolutely. Oh, you've reminded me. So Spotify are doing this thing these days, because we're on Spotify podcasts. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'd want to be anywhere else, but they offer free hosting and like quite a comprehensive toolkit of posting options. So we is where we is. So, but just rest assured, I hate Spotify. It's probably not going to go down well. Me shitting on our host, is it? But
the best thing is, I found out that they do the transcript, so Spotify is going to have to write "I hate Spotify."
well, yeah, yeah. Sorry, Spotify overlords. Please don't ban us. But yeah, they are absolute shit cunts who bleed artists of all description dry. So I'd rather not be on this platform, but you kind of gotta these days, don't you?
Yeah. But they have some sort of analytics, I assume you were going to say?
Oh, what? Yeah, I was making a point with this. They emailed me a 2-minute clip of our Patreon thing with relatively accurate transcripts kind of going under it as a reel. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll post that. But then I decided to just make my own reel today. So next couple of days, that'll probably go out when I remember it exists.
Yeah.
So you can have a nice little teaser into what we were talking about on last week's page podcast. This feels like a perfect segue. This does. I'm feeling a little kind of warm, tingly sensation. It's probably because I need to pee.
You haven't started peeing, have you?
Your guess is as good as mine. We'll find out by the end of it. If you get those little weird green stink lines. Anyway, that's a wonderful place to segue into our sponsor this week, which is affordable.co.uk, the absolute opposite of pissing yourself. Affordable.co.uk. They are, of course,
Is that the tagline on the website, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, the polar opposite of pissing yourself. Affordable.co.uk. They bring you pedals from Demon Effects, JSA-FX, Muskie, Joyo, 4D, K-Line, Nux, Moval, and Cord, all at amazing prices. Some even beating AliExpress to the punch, which is like, that's no mean feat. I think the only one that's managing to beat the prices semi-consistently is Temu, and I think that might be a front. I'm like
allegedly.
I didn't say a front for what, but like I think it might be a front. So if you want to support a company who's definitely just a generally wholesome company, like UK company, affordable.co.uk, they have fantastic recyclable packaging as well. So like looking after the environment whilst also supplying your pedals. Check them out at affordable.co.uk. Seriously, like coolest sponsor that we could have ever hoped to work with. I will mention something. Affordable.co.uk this week has put out pre-orders for the Diamond 63. So because there was so much interest, I assume after my video, I'm going to take credit for it either way. So after my amazing video came out, that is so not British of me. Like, it goes against every fibre of my being. Yeah. Just go, it was all right, I guess.
I think you might have to renege your passport for that sentence.
Absolutely. So after my, it was kind of all right video.
You can have it back now.
That's it, of the 73, 63 Diamonds. And of course, like, James knows when that he's going to get some in. He's put pre-orders down, so you can basically like reserve one for when they do come in. Very good idea, and I think they have been quite popular. So yeah, like Nux have done a fantastic job on that one. They've really played the blind with that one. And if you are interested in Nux preamp style pedals, I might have a few that have just come in, like one or two. Yeah.
Are these ones available in the UK yet?
Possibly. I know that like a couple of them are already out. I'm not entirely sure about all of them. There's one that's based on a pedal that's based on a dumble, which Like, we'll see. I really like the Dumble
It's not the
sound.
Moore Rumble drivers. Is it the Moore Rumble drive? Is that what it's based on?
No, it's based. So what was it? The Steel String Singer, which was a Vertex Effects. But
I can't remember who it is. I've played one.
Yes, like quite nice sounding pedal. It's Nux's take on that one, which is of course based on the Overdrive Special, I believe. Like the Dumble that people know about, and I like the Dumble sound. It's like high definition Fender combo, which kind of my bag. So yeah, I'll be doing some demos on those soon, and I think most of the stuff that I'll be demoing are available on Affordable. It all comes full circle. We've talked about nice things for far too long. It's about time that we kick off the podcast proper with our tradition, which is shit news, and in 2024 tradition, it is being kicked off by Gibson. They need some form of trophy this year for like most shittest news. Like do
we buy them like a golden toilet seat?
Yeah, like a little trophy, but it's someone pooping. Someone doing a poop. So I'm gonna caveat this one. I feel like I say that a lot with the shit news, and it's usually companies that aren't Fender or Gibson, and we go, I'm gonna caveat this with it's not really that shit, but it's a
fuck all else.
Yeah, like it's a slow news week. This one is shit, but I mean Charlie Starr, no ill will. Like, he seems like a nice chap, and Cathal Daly on Instagram, like a chap who I know quite well.
Yeah,
absolute legend. Like, if you ever get the chance to go out drinking with Cathal, just do it, because he's like this archetypal Irish chap with stories for days. Just like amazing chap. But look, he's a pretty big fan of this Charlie Starr chap, and says like legit you should check him out. So I will go out and do that, because it seems like the kind of stuff that I would like, kind of bluesy, kind of rock, southern rock kind of vibe to it. So just the caveat is, sorry, Charlie. However, Gibson have released a Charlie Starr Les Paul Jr. Because Charlie Starr uses a Les Paul Jr. He uses a 56 model, which he's used for a good chunk of his career. It appears in like a lot of Gibson stuff. There's a Gibson video on Gibson TV, which goes through that very specific 56 model. So they've decided to do not a faithful recreation of it, because that would be like kind of custom shop aging and relicing and all of that. They've done like almost a what if it were new kind of thing. So similar specs, similar feel, but like a new old stock version of it. We've got like mahogany body, which you'd expect, 22 frets, dot inlays, Graphtec nut, Indian rosewood fretboard. It's got one of those nice wraparound bridges. I believe they are called,
actually adjustable.
Yeah, they're called the Badass Bridge, which not subtle but good.
Yeah.
So like you've got the adjustment with the screws in the back of it, so you can like bring the whole bridge back and forth. But then it's also got the individual adjustable saddle pieces as well. So ultimate intonation on a Junior style. Fantastic. Like that would be the style of bridge that I'd go for if I were having a junior style.
Yeah.
Like it comes in a case as well, like a really nice gator skin case. But oh, it comes with a slide as well, which is a nice touch. This they are limited run, 250 in walnut and 250 in ebony.
So brown and black.
Yes.
Normal people.
Yeah. yeah. It looks so it's like a kind of rich red black. The walnut is a reddy brown, which is almost like a dark version of the cherry, which I think is probably the better of the two because it looks more interesting. Like you can pick out a few more of the features because there's a little bit of contrast there. It looks like a relatively thin finish as well. It looks like a kind of matte finish rather than a like full gloss, which adds to that like road worn-in kind of feel, because that clearly would have come out of the factory with a high gloss on it, and then would have taken a few years to get to the delicious kind of worn down kind of finish. It's $1,999, which is £17.25.
Squids. Yeah.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money considering the Junior was initially a student guitar.
Like you're not getting much bang for your buck. Like the reason Gibsons are more expensive are they've got maple caps, which this one doesn't.
Yeah.
And 4 pots, this one doesn't. Like pickup selector, this one doesn't.
Yeah,
it's missing some of the bits that make guitars more expensive, especially like the maple cap thing is the kind of big thing for like if this was an archtop guitar with a proper bridge on it rather than like I know the badass bridge is better than the crappy wraparounds that they normally put on, but and then it had your standard Les Paul layout, then maybe this price point I'd understand, but for a one pickup guitar with a couple of pots straight to an output jack, to be the best part of $2,000 is just awful. Like you're not getting anything from your money. Like
no, it's look. It is a signature guitar. Don't get me wrong, but like you say, like the things that push the Gibson price up is like the thick nitro finish, takes a long time to cure. Not, you can't do it in all of the states and in the US because it's slightly poisonous. Yeah. But the binding as well, like the binding all done by hand and then like finished with the nubs on the end of the frets. Yeah. None of that on this. None of that.
No maple in sight. Like yeah.
Like not a thick body as well, so you're not having to get a thick slab of mahogany because they're thinner bodies. Because again, student guitars.
Yeah,
like they would have been the cheapest of the cheap instruments back in the day. And I was having a chat with Toby Smith on Facebook because I posted this as like my kind of Facebook musings of today. And he's a chap he's a little bit older than me, but he was saying like, I remember when juniors were like 500 quid, and because that's in my head, that's now like
what they should cost.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, yes, that's what they should cost. I think anything over $1,000 for a single pickup, thinner body guitar is is ridiculous. But then he later went on to show a Les Paul special that he's got that he paid 500 quid for, and it was like a 2015 model, I think, or something. Like some random Gibson, and he said, like, despite it, like the fretboard not quite being glued on properly and it being a little bit of a beater and just a bit rough around the edges, it's the guitar that he goes to every single time. And he shared a picture of it. It looks really fucking sweet because it's got like all the beatings on it, like the finish, because it's like TV yellow, but it's aged in different areas. So there's like yellower bits. It looks really good.
Yeah,
but it's a 500 quid guitar. Like it is a 500 quid guitar, and that had 4 pots and two pickups and a pickup selector.
Yeah. And the thing that really holds this back for me is that brown finish reminds me so much of the Studio Faded. Do you remember them from about 2013, 2014? The Les Paul Studio Faded.
Yes,
it was like the bottom of the range models that were like 450 quid USA made Gibsons. And that had 2 pickups and a proper bridge on it, and was a full on Les Paul. Yes, I'm sure the part quality might not quite have been this, but there was twice the amount of wood or more, like very similar style finish.
Yeah,
for 450 quid less than 10 years ago.
Yep. There was a point as well where they did Melody Makers for $299, which had Gibson on the headstock, which again would have been a step further down from this, but were like single pickup, single P90, 2 pots, very small body versions. Yeah. And were $299 across the board. You could get an Explorer, there was a Les Paul, there was an SG, and possibly there might have been a Flying V one as well. But they were like Explorer Melody Maker, Flying V Melody Maker, and they were just really really stripped back. Yeah, I think it was like 1 coat of matte black nitro, and that was it. Yeah, and I looked at those and laughed when I first saw them, but I should have picked one of those up because easily one of those would probably go for $1,000 these days. And you just like, I could have easily afforded one of those. Could have easily afforded one. Yeah. But hindsight's a thing, and hindsight is a thing. Yes.
I don't remember those at all. That's insane. They're going for $1,000 on Reverb now.
Absolutely. I remember seeing them for, I think it was about $299, which was ridiculous. Like, just ridiculous. But yeah, sorry, Charlie. I'm sure it's a lovely instrument. But it's...
Not for that price.
Yeah, take the $1,000 off and we'll talk. Because I think 725 was it? You know what? Push it to 750. 750 for a signature, like junior. Yeah, that makes sense. Like it's the 595 that it should be, with an extra couple of hundred on for our Charlie boy.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately,
so sad.
Yeah, someone at Gibson's been on a different type of Charlie, haven't they?
Well, I think the prices have gone up so much to fund the Charlie habit of The Office.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with Mr. Star. Allegedly. Let's move on before we get in trouble. So I think we can say safely that Gibson are not taking things seriously. Right.
I thought you were going to say they're not doing Charlie.
I can't say that for certain. Okay. So as I mentioned, I recorded a reel about 2 or 3 hours before we did this, and I got some responses back. The reel was basically me confessing that since last week, since the Harley Benton ST Moderns had come out, I follow a fair few people who are into Harley Bentons, and there's a hype train going on, and there's a few people who've got them and are saying like, yeah, they are good, and they're, like you mentioned last week, they are the spec that I was looking for about a year ago.
Yeah.
And I've heard the Tesla pickups in action, and they don't sound as bad as the Roswells, and I've always wanted a Babix, and so I've been hovering over that like buy button. Fortunately, they're now in a situation where all of them are like back ordered, and you have to wait 7 to 9 weeks for any of it.
Yeah,
but it's only going to get worse. So if I don't get on soon, I won't get on for the next 4 months. Well, I've been hovering over that button, and I think it's mainly coming down to the fact that I don't know which finish I want.
I mean, for me, it's the Lake Placid Blue. I don't know what they're calling it. The sparkly blue one.
Yeah, I think they were calling it Lake Placid. So
are they just saying it's a Lake Placid Blue HSS Strat now? Are they?
Yeah, they don't give two shits.
Yeah.
So the Lake Placid, I think it's either the surf green or the Olympic white for me. Like the Olympic white, but it's got the maple board, and I would prefer the rosewood look. But then I've got the Fusion, which has got a maple board, and it doesn't really look maple because it's roasted. Yeah. So, like, and I like the black pick guard. I really do like the black pick guard. So, I don't know, but like, just let's put it this way: if within the next couple of weeks, I am saying on the podcast that it happened, it happened. But I posted it out there and just went like, this is what's got me this week. What's playing on your mind? What bit of gear do you want to like get in your collection? Despite the fact that we don't really need any more stuff, but we're guitarists. So Hello Sailor Official over on Instagram, aka Hello Sailor Joe, friend of the podcast, says he's absolutely gassing for a 2-rock Joey Landreth signature amp, which, so he's not setting his sights particularly all that high, is he?
It's similar kind of level to that Harley Benton Strat.
Indeed. Like, you probably wouldn't even be able to buy the tubes for it. For
the price.
Yeah. So, 2-rock Joey Landreth. I mean, Joey Landreth is one of these guitarists that I don't follow because I don't care that much, but every so often it crops up. I think mainly because I follow people who follow him, like Hello Sailor Joe. So it tries to throw it out to me every so often. And I hear him play and I'm like, shit, that is so lyrical in the way that he plays guitar. It's so kind of just tasteful, melodic, and just good.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I can't say I've listened to much of Joey Landreth's stuff at all, but everything that I've heard is like, yeah, prick.
Oh, absolutely. Like, he looks like somewhere between a lumberjack and a hipster. So he's got a look that you just want to not like.
Yeah, and he's way better at guitar than me.
Yeah. And like, he's like incredible vocalist as well. And he's the songs that I've heard him sing, which are like his tunes, like the Brothers Landreth, seem like really well thought out blues tunes, which is like, it's right up my alley. It's definitely good. I don't know why it's not stuck with me, because theoretically, like that all falls within the Venn diagram of this is shit that I should be absolutely digging.
But
I
can tell you why it hasn't gelled with me because I'm no longer 15 and I only listen to the music that I listened to when I was a 15-year-old these days. Because I live my life in nostalgia. So that's why I've never kind of gone back to his stuff more than once. Like I'll see it on Facebook every now and again and listen and go, fucking prick, in a positive way, if you know what I mean. But
yeah. Like the British way. You're a fucking prick. I hate the fact you're so good.
Exactly that. And then just kind of move on and never go back to it, because when I open Spotify, to my shame, which I have an account for, I listen to the same 15 albums that I've been listening to for the past 20 years.
Yeah. I went on a little trip this week, actually. So when I listen to Pink Floyd, I listen to Wish You Were Here because it's the best one.
Yep.
But I thought, you know what, I'm going to give Dark Side another go, because I only ever listen to Wish You Were Here, and it's banging, don't get me wrong, but I should really give Dark Side another go, because people held it as being good. And I did. I listened to it front to back, and it was all right. Don't get me wrong. It's gone up in my estimations. I had it on YouTube where it's full album, and then it went to put on the wall straight afterwards. I was like, no. I weren't quite ready for that jump yet. But
the thing with the wall is, you see, I put the wall above Dark Side personally.
Okay.
But you have to set aside basically 2.5 hours to listen to it, because it's a double album, so it's I forget how long it is, but it might be 2 hours, it might be an hour and a half, but I just know you have to set aside much longer than any other Floyd album, because it's a double album. And I love it, for me, it's probably the best opening to any album ever, and I love Shine On You Crazy Diamond. But I think the way that album introduces itself, where you have this bluesy but kind of jarring kind of intro, I really like the intro to The Wall, and that kind of gets me going enough to go, okay, I'm going to listen to this for the next an hour and 3/4, whatever, however long it is. But you have to set that timer, because if you just listen to sections of it and then go back and start from where you left off, it's not the same. It's just not the same. It's one of those things, you have to listen to it all, or don't bother, or just pick out Another Brick in the Wall Part 2 and Comfortably Numb. Those are your options. Pick those 2 tracks out and listen to them in isolation, or listen to the whole thing. Those are your only options to get the best experience out of the album.
So you get the experience, isn't it? And that's the way that you do Floyd albums, is you get the experience of it.
Yeah.
And that's why I like the 70s ones, is because my commute to work is anywhere between 40 minutes to an hour. And the 70s Floyd albums are anywhere between 40 minutes to an hour. So you start it when you start, and then as you're pulling into work, it's just ending with the big crescendo, and you're like, well, that timed nicely. So I think the kind of completionist in me likes that as well. But yes, went on we've gone on a shitting tangent here, haven't we? We have.
I don't know how you got onto the fact that you were listening to. I don't know.
I mean, we'll check the transcripts. From...
it was Joey Landreth. We were talking about how we don't listen to Joey Landreth because we listen to stuff that we listened to when we were 15.
Yeah, that's how we listen to Pink Floyd instead. Yeah. But yes, I can fully sympathise with Mr. Hello Sailor Joe. That he went on TPS, he went on one of these experience events, because they do a kind of meet the crew kind of thing, where you get to go to the TPS studio and play some of the stuff. And he shared on social media last week a picture of him in the TPS studio and just going, I'm never going to get a sound as good as this. I am both happy and sad at the same time. So I can fully get where he's gassing this. But shit, man, expensive tastes or what?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got Prog Rock Abuse over at Insta as well, saying he has been lucky recently to rebuy some of the pedals. He had to sell them when times are getting difficult financially, which I'm sure we can all sympathise with, especially over like 2020 and the events thereof.
Yeah.
Like times are hard for a fair few of us. So I'm really glad that he's managed to kind of recoup some of that like gear that got away. And then he went on to say that he's trying hard not to spurge. I think he meant to say spunk on on a proper photo cell Univibe or harmonic trem. And yes, I fully feel it. Like it's no secret that I love a bit of Univibe. Like I possibly, along with the bloke at the YouTube channel In the Blues, Shane, I think I probably sold just a few, maybe only like in the tens less Shaky Jimmies than he has. Fantastic Univibe, not a photocell Univibe, but like a fantastic budget Univibe. There is a ultimate pinnacle budget Univibe, and it is one of the pedals that got away from me. If you go back to, I think the third post that I ever did on BudgetPedalChap Instagram, it features the Dan Electro Cool Cat Univibe, which was one of those weird like alien spaceship / Corvette shape pedals. You know the ones that I mean. Like that's a perfect description of them.
Like I know exactly what you're talking about from that description.
They did like a kind of surf green version of that pedal, which was a real proper photo cell Univibe. I don't know how they did it. They've managed to cram it into a box which is, in terms of like square footage in the box, smaller than a Boss pedal.
Yeah.
Because most of the pedal is taken up by weird angles, which means you can't use it for a square PCB.
Yeah.
So like,
I never got that.
Yeah, they've done some kind of voodoo, but it's a photocell Univibe. There's two quirks with it. One is the volume jump, like you put a stamp on it and it bumps up the volume. I think there's a very simple mod for that. And another one is that it takes, like it's got a kind of faux ramping effect to it. So you stand on the switch, and then it takes a little bit of time for it to warm up because it's getting the light actually going. So rather than it kick in and have like a weird, it kind of delays the pedal starting for a little bit. So you click it and then it kind of ramps into it, which like it's fine for me. But like these little quirks and like people saying you could have a better pedal if you mod it, I just went, you know what, I'll fucking sell it. Because I weren't particularly using it at the time. I just thought, you know what, I'll get rid. And now they happen to be worth a damn sight more than I sold it for, and a damn sight more than I bought it for. So that's one of those pedals that got away and kind of ties in with this photocell Univibe thing. So, Mr. Prog Rock Abuse, if you are after a photocell Univibe and don't want to spend shin-eye money, possibly go for one of the Cool Cat Univibes.
Not a bad shout.
It's not a bad shout. They cost a little bit more than when I first bought one. But
they're also not as expensive as a lot of the photocell Univibes out there.
Oh, yeah. Look, it's still considerably more budget. And it's not the most expensive Dano pedal you can buy as well. I think that still sits with the Sitar Swami, I think is the one. Or the Talkback, the reverse echo one.
Yeah.
And then we've got one final comment in by Ryan the Normal, who talks about bridges, necks and tuners, and then later goes on to qualify that because that would just be weird. If he just says, "I want bridges, necks, and tuners," I am I am after these things. He was gassing for a baritone, but then nothing quite hit the specs that he wanted to at the price that he wanted to. So he just made his own one, which is just like equal parts mental and cool. And you're definitely one of us. I think in terms of like thought process, not in terms of motivation, because we'd get to the point where we go, I'll just make one, buy a load of bits, and then keep the bits.
Yeah. Definitely don't still have about 12 pedal kits completely unbuilt or anything. Remember 2020?
12 pedal kits. They're rookie numbers. Yep. I've definitely got more than I would care to admit. But
it's all right. You're going to get around to making them eventually.
In retirement, potentially, yes.
Yep.
And they will then be vintage effects.
Yeah.
Because everything will be like digitally beamed into your eyeballs. And then like vintage, look, plug it. You can plug the things in using actual components.
Do you think we'll be able to play the guitars just with our minds?
Yep, I hope so, because my fingers aren't gonna last. They're definitely not in it for the long run.
Yeah,
they're in it for a good time, not a long time. So, yeah, I'm hoping so. I'm really hoping so. I think we'll be in the Matrix by that point, won't we? So we'll just download Steve Vai's Shred Pack 12.
Can I have a different guitarist?
I mean, yes, you can, yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
But like Stevie Ray's gone, so he won't be selling his like the ultimate Strat Pack.
I guess it'll be John Mayer. Would be the Strat Pack.
Yeah,
and I assume it won't force you to write 50 wet pop songs for every blues track you play.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh no!
Comes with the Strat Pack, yeah. I will have the ability to play like Stevie Ray Vaughan, but we'll just play like acoustic ballads, unfortunately.
God damn you, John Mayer!
Curse you! Yep. Right, we should probably talk about some more news, because I imagine we are probably
halfway through.
I mean, halfway would be generous. Yeah. Okay, we're going to talk about the Moors. Because I think it'll be a nice, short, snappy one, and I think they're worth mentioning. Moore have been doing guitars recently. They did the guitars.
Were they the modelling one? The guitars.
Yeah. So, if I understand correctly, they kind of model, but they've basically got like the multi effects built into the guitar itself. So you like call up effects from the guitar. I don't know how it works,
but they definitely had like you could make your guitar a Strat or a Les Paul or a. I mean, they didn't use those words. They used single cut, single coil, and like double cut, single coil,
Nashville style guitar. And
yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure they said something about that, and I think it also had like acoustic models in there. I assume they've got an acoustic simulator, do they?
I know absolutely fuck all when it comes to the Moore GTRS, but as guitars, I've been informed that they are actually surprisingly legit.
Cool.
It might have just been by Moore's marketing department who've been informing me this. I've not done vast amounts of research into it, but I heard good things. Basically, I heard good things. So they're now doing a line of guitars that just are guitars, basically, that have nothing to do with the modelling. But now they've got like a bit of experience under their belt making guitars. It might be the time for this to be a quite nice venture. Now, having a look at these, I have a sneaking suspicion. They look similar-ish in specs to the Jet guitars. I mean, they're not exactly the same, because the Jets have got like a contoured heel. They have 2-point trems, whereas these are very much just like HSS Strats in a number of various colours. I mean, there's like 6 colours that you'd expect, and then one that just what
is the weirdest thing in the world. And I don't even think they call it what the actual colour is, because it is like inverted sunburst, black to white, white to black, and they've called it silver, haven't they? I think the official colour name for that one is silver.
Is it? Dark silver, yeah. They have, yeah.
Dark silver, and it's at no point silver anywhere on that guitar.
I mean, the outside could be silver. Like, it looks like it's hinting at white, but because it's gradient from black to the white, it can look kind of silvery. But like reverse silverburst would have made sense. Like, you'd accept that as a description. Dark silver is just no, yeah. So it's like they've done some decent color combos. Like, they're all kind of rosewood looking necks. I'm not going to say they are rosewood fingerboards. Oh, there you go, Tech Ebony fingerboard, which yeah, I don't know what that means.
Sure, Tech Ebony, that well known Tech Ebony tree.
I don't know. I'm not going to type in Tech Ebony into the internet, because I feel it probably will come back with porn. Just that's the way the internet works. But we've got surf green with a kind of aged white guard. We've got a sunburst which looks like a two-tone with a taut guard, and aged plastic. So you look very, very kind of yellowed single coils. Then you've got black with a black guard, Daphne blue with the same kind of aged guard, vintage white with the same aged guard, and then the dark silver, quote unquote, with a black guard. So the colour combinations look quite good. In fact, the black one is not a black guard, it is a taut guard, which is fantastic.
Taut, yeah.
Like that is a legitimate colour combination that does not get bought out in production line guitars enough. Especially with the aged plastics on it. I know the humbucker being 2 black bobbins will not be a win with our mat.
Well, no, because it needs a cover, doesn't it? It needs a chrome or the rest of the hardware is chrome, so it needs a chrome cover. That's what we do with humbuckers. We cover them.
I think
they look naked.
On the Daphne blue and the surf green one, I think it looks perfectly fine. I think
the problem is the Strat pick guard. It makes it look like it's an oval pickup, and it just looks weird, and that's why you need the cover on it. It needs a cover so that you can tell that there's a square hole there, not a round hole.
Yes, because the corners do get rounded off due to the cavity anyway, don't they?
Yeah. That's why I don't like it.
Like I say, I don't look at a push. The white Daphne blue and the surf green I can deal with. The ones that have got darker bodies, it just looks like it's 2 pickup guitar that's got a middle and a neck.
With a hole in it.
Yeah,
with a hole in it at the bridge.
Yeah, and I'm not about that. Look, if they did it zebra as well, like, that would have been fine, because it at least visually defines the pickup.
Yeah, rather than the hole.
Yeah. So they might not be exact versions of the Jet. So not like the kind of Fazli Jet thing, which if you do even the slightest bit of digging, you will find out how similar they are. I'm not gonna say any more than that. Just dig, just brush a little bit of dirt off that story, and then you'll get to the truth. These are not that. They're far enough away from that they are different, but they're very similar kind of specs. Roasted necks, not stainless frets, kind of proprietary hardware and pickups, but at a very reasonable price. I think they're 169 to 189 or something like that. Oh no, they're all £163.
Apart from the black one, that's £162. For no reason. That just makes absolutely no sense.
Oh, I've got it as 163 here.
If you click on it, it's 162.
Of course it is. Of course it is, because that's.
Oh, in fact, all of them it's like that. If you click on them, it's 162, but if you hover over them, they're 163.
So maybe that's a conversion thing, like a currency conversion thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe the pound is particularly strong today, so we get an extra pound off. Your mileage may vary. It might be 163, maybe even 164 if you come to buy one. But yeah.
From Toman specifically. I think if you pick a British website, it might fix the price.
Absolutely. But yeah, so reasonably priced, hopefully along the same kind of spec and the kind of accolades that were coming along with the GTRS stuff. Hopefully more have learned enough about guitar manufacturers to be able to pump out stuff at this price point that's consistent and quite playable. It'd be interesting. To see. It's another company throwing their hat into this quite fierce market at the bottom end now.
Well, that's it. Like you mentioned the Jet and the
the
Faisley, whatever you want to call him, and obviously you've got Harley Benton in there, as well. And there's this, they all make HSS Strats.
Yeah, you've also got East Coast, which are the ones that do.
Oh yeah, the Andertons,
guitar and Andertons. Then you've got Solo King that are Andertons exclusive.
Yeah, they're the supposedly more premium version of the.
Yeah. And then there is East Coast, which I think are Anderton's exclusive as well. Oh, and Antiquity, which are PMT exclusives. all of them at this kind of real budget price end. And as far as I'm hearing, not shit. Like, obviously they're not going to be like setting the world on fire.
No, but it is the right kind of instrument to try and entice people in. Like, I remember, we talked about the Guitar Geek Andy interviewing Lee Anderson on his channel.
Yeah.
And I remember what he was saying is, look, these guitars are never, like, selling these guitars is never going to make us as a business. But if we can sell a good guitar to somebody who's starting out when they want to move up to that next level from a beginner guitar onwards, then if we've sold them a guitar that's playable, that might happen. If we sell them what we used to sell, like in those old £99 starter kits that came with an amp that was terrible and the guitar was terrible, you probably put off as many people as as we encouraged.
Absolutely. Like, I remember the Stags and the Encores back in the day that were horrendous. Like, they were barely playable.
Yeah.
But they got good. They got, like, Stag especially. I remember those guys. Remembered them from about 5 years prior being an absolute laughing stock of a guitar, and then managed to play, I think it was like a Stag copy of a Music Man bass, and it played incredibly, and it sounded pretty decent too. And it could, it must have only been like 120 quid or something stupid like that. But they up their game. But like, it's now every corner almost has got something that will have this specific niche. This, like, HSS will do anything kind of guitar.
Yeah.
roasted maple as well. Like, you can't ask for more on a budget guitar with a roasted maple neck that is less likely to change during the seasons. And you'll come to your guitar after like 6 months, and then it will still be playable rather than having a massively bowed neck, and you're going, well, this is now useless.
I've got to go back to the guy who set my guitar up to set it up again.
Yeah. So I think that's it's a really cool thing, and the fact that Moore are getting in on that as well, nice. Like I say, they've come up with some nice colour choices here. I think they've done it pretty well. We'll have to hear back from them as to whether they are good, because I'm sure like some channels will be getting them in. If you want any of that Moore, just like hit a budget pedal chap up. I'd be really interested in trying one. So if you want a demo doing, just hit me up. Really assuming that anyone from Moore listens to this podcast. But hey ho. We've got one bit of news left. Like we haven't really talked about what we've done this week. Like I did a no talk or tone. I did a news thing, but the news kind of ties in with this because the leading headline in that news is what we're going to talk about now. So why not? Please go check out that news video. It's like a new format. It's kind of interesting. I had loads of fun doing it, and it hopefully comes across as just a bit more relaxed than just a straight shuffling the papers in front of a news camera. News just in. Guitar manufacturer does another guitar kind of thing. Yeah, so Electro Harmonics, the company that keeps on giving, are giving once more. So last year, at some point, I think it was late last year, they released the Lizard King as a dual release between Electro Harmonics and JHS. So the original, did I say Lizard King? Lizard Queen was the original one. JHS did a pedal that was inspired by the old 70s and 80s big box Electro Harmonics pedals. Went to Electro Harmonics with it, and they said, yeah, cool, we'll make that. So they did. They sold the small box production version, and JHS did the big box, like vintage reissue kind of version of it. So the JHS ones were limited. The standard range ones were basically just put into the Electro Harmonics lineup. Octave fuzz, basically just like designed to do all kind of octave fuzzy goodness. Very much sounds like a kind of, how do you describe it? A Electro Harmonic style fuzz with a like a green ringer style octave, kind of analog, little bit glitchy, more kind of subharmonic division than actual octave tracking. So that was the kind of vibe with it. Sold really well, sounded really good. In the original kind of marketing push, the guy who did a demo for it, well, like one of the guys who did a demo for it was a bassist, I think, a bassist who does work with a bunch of different projects, and I think has done work with Alkaline Trio as the bass player. And he run that original Lizard Queen into a line selector so that he could blend between his original tone and the affected tone to make it work for bass. Electro Harmonics saw that and went, yeah, that's a great idea. And now have released the Lizard King, which is the Lizard Queen, but with a blend control, and has got an octave shift kind of control on it, like a little toggle switch, where you, as far as I remember the description of it, like one is altering the clean tone and then gives the the octave a mid push. So it's like a really pronounced octave, and then the other one keeps the original tone normal and kind of flattens out the octave to make it slightly more subtle.
Yeah, so I guess one is what you would normally get from your green ringer, and the other one is kind of like messing with the EQ on it almost.
Yeah. So the like this obviously works really well for bass. Like the guy who did that original video has come back to do the official Electro Harmonics video for this one and absolutely kills it. Just does some amazing bassy stuff. Like it's like a bassist playing a bass through a pedal, and I was interested in listening to it, so that's testament enough to it. But it got me thinking, like, the original Soul Food was well received, and then they brought out the bass Soul Food, and guitarists were like, shit. And now they've brought out the Lizard Queen, and now they've brought out the Lizard King. It's got to be a little bit more expensive. Like the original one is like 80 odd quid. This one is $129. So we'll probably end up being close to 129 quid with import.
Yeah.
But adding the toggle for the octave, allowing like different flavors of octave with it, and having that blend as well is potentially making this a really quite versatile fuzz pedal.
Yeah, and like you say, the last time they did a drive pedal with a blend control that was meant for bass, loads of guitarists bought it, and it sounded great.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think it might happen again.
Yeah, it's one of these things where we're going to have to look out for it. I think the thing with the Soul Food is, like, because it was based on the Klon, and the Klon quite notoriously blends the gain and the original clean tone in together, because it's got like a dual gang pot on the gain. So it does that automatically. It allows you to, rather than having both controls tethered to one pot, it's basically split them up, so you can really tailor in the amount of like driven guitar tone, but also blend of that guitar tone. So, like, it really lends itself to that more so than I think the fuzz tone does, because you don't necessarily want, like, if you've got a clean guitar signal going into a fuzz, like, if you maybe feather a little bit of it in, you can get a bit of that note definition back. But if you put too much of it in, you're getting a really, really horrible dry signal with a really, really saturated fuzzy tone.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely that. But I mean, how many times have we heard guitar players saying they don't use fuzz live because they don't cut through in a mix? And this is the way to, or a way to get that back, is to go, okay, well, I'll blend in 15% of my clean signal, and all of a sudden the clarity is there a bit, but you've still got all the fuzz in the world to have fun with. Yeah.
What I'm thinking is, if you run the front end of it with something like a tube screamer, which is really accentuating the mids,
yeah,
you're not getting a horrendously dry tone. And you could even get down to somewhere like 50-50 split, where you're getting the initial kind of mid-hump cut-through push of the tube screamer, like hitting that real like clarity EQ band, and then have the tail of fuzzy, saturated goodness.
Yeah.
Sounding quite interesting, that, isn't it?
It is.
But yeah, they're out in July, so we shall see. I think, if I am correct, we are about on time. So we're going to continue the conversation over on Patreon. We have got a list that's going to make us angry. And And then we've got another news article which we're going to talk about, which is probably going to make us cry. So yeah, if you want to follow us over there, it's patreon.com/frettalk. $2 a month. Join us, and you get something like maybe 60 or 70 extra episodes of Fret Talk podcasty goodness, and you also get your name shouted out. Shouted. Yeah, not sharted, shouted out on the Fret Talk podcast every week. And the following people are current backers of the Fret Talk podcast, so we've got to give them some props. We've got Mr. Adam Yeomans of Chef Turn Effects. Oui, Chef Turn Effects. Spotify did you dirty. Spotify did you dirty.
Not as bad as you.
Yeah. Mr. Hugh G. Rection. Hugh G. Rection. Very, very careful about the careful diction behind this. He's, of course, part of the trifecta of Erector. We've got Hugh G. Rection. We've got Mr. Mike Oxlong. And we've got Mr. Gary Goldencock. There's no way of doing that one without it being the exact same.
Just check out the Spotify transcript if you don't get what we...
Yeah, Matt was having some right fun with that just before the podcast.
No subtlety there at all.
No, we've of course got Mr. Ben Fletcher of Fletcher Pickups. We've got Mr. Brian Gower of the Tone Jerk podcast, the Second Button podcast, and the Off the Rails podcast. We've got Mr. Diabetes Foot, and we've got Mr. Jason Wharton of Jason Wharton 82 at YouTube or Pedalboards of Doom YouTube channel 2. We're going to extend a massive thank you to affordable.co.uk, who are the sponsor for this episode. Check them out. And if you want to get a pre-order in on the 63 Diamond by Nux, go do it. No, they're selling like hot Voxes. Not hot cakes, because that's a pedal. And they're not that. But hotcakes do work very well with
I wonder
Voxes.
if you ran a hotcake into the front end of the Nux. Now there's an idea.
Yeah, it probably worked really well. And of course, we're going to extend a thank you to you, the dear listener who has made it to the end of the podcast. You're the real MVP of the listening to podcast world. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
We got there.
Definitely makes sense, that.
It does. If you want to find me online, I am BudgetPedalChap. You find me at Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Threads /BudgetPedalChap. YouTube, of course, is the home to the No Talk or Tone series. Threads is still a Wild West. Like, the algorithms calm down, but it's still a Wild West. I love it there. It's really strange. Just dip in every couple of days and just be like, what the shit's going on here? And, Matt, where can we find you?
Yeah, I am heel_MattQ on Instagram, Threads, and Twitter.
Nice.
Which my Twitter is now worse than your Threads used to be.
Oh, is it?
Yes, because Twitter allow the kind of content that they're hinting at, that they used to be hinting at. And despite the fact that it's not something I've ever used Twitter for, I assume because they've lost quite a lot of their user base and they like pushing things that you don't follow at you. Yeah, I'm now getting basically hardcore pornography pushed at me, which is wonderful. It just means that I now can't open Threads or Twitter at work.
Good work, Elon. Well done.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a dumpster fire that we thought would have got out by this point, but it's still going. So
yeah, it's burning strong.
Yeah, at this point you just got to stand and watch it, haven't you? Just stare into the abyss.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, maybe we can talk about the weird niches it serves up to you to try and find exactly what you're into. Oh, shit. Yeah, so from myself, Mr. BudgetPedalChap, from Mr. Matt Quine, say bye, Matt.
Bye, Matt.
It will be a tatty bye and good night for this week.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Genie, I grant you 3 wishes. Me, I wish for a world without lawyers. Genie, done. You have no more wishes. Me, but you said I had 3. Genie, sue me.
Excellent.